Anyway, welcome to the Mochi podcast. What is it? The cat just got a podcast? Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. The coolest cat just got a podcast, and I'm your host, Tim, with my host, Zach. And Hayden's gone today. Hayden is not with us today.
This is what happens when you leave, Hayden. Everything gets changed, flipped around, screwed up.
Yeah. So we miss you, Hayden. Come back full circle to bring back the not positivity, but the whatever the word is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who cares? Anyway,
Hayden's out. Hayden's had a really busy weekend.
Yeah, he
has been working nonstop.
Yeah, he's like 20 hours overtime, and like it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So like that boy working hard, but he's gonna get some tattoo money. So yeah.
But we're running out of time. We got to knock out a podcast real quick. So
me and Zach are going to do a little 30, 40-minute podcast for y'all this week.
Shorty one this week.
Yeah, shorty. Oh, I like that. The Mochi Shorties.
Mochi Shorties.
Yeah. Do you want to make that like a little title where, okay.
That's just more work to do. Because as soon as this episode's over, we've got to fix this entire room.
Oh, so, yeah.
There's no time. There's no time, Tim.
Well, this is the 21st podcast?
The 21st episode, yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's just get into it. So, first thing I want to talk about, at work the other day, there's always been this thing about pregnant women, where people, guys and I guess women too,
get pregnant? What?
No, yeah, guys, they all get pregnant, but guys and girls, like the main question you never ask a pregnant lady is if they're pregnant.
Right.
Okay. And so at work, we had an associate, which I won't name, asked the lady if she was pregnant, but she wasn't.
Oh no.
Man, never and ever will be.
Wait, a female asked another female?
No.
A male asked, oh
yeah,
gosh.
Definitely. He's like, how long are you? I'm not. So, yeah, it was just, I guess she must have been, like, holding her stomach or something. I don't know. Maybe she had gas. But, like, for real, like, man.
Did she go off on him?
I don't know about all that detail, but she was not happy.
Did she, like, report him or something?
She didn't report him. It was just very bad for him. Yeah. And it reminds me of this time where I had a customer. I didn't ask them if they were pregnant. But like, they were completely two different ages, and I was like, "Yeah, is this your like your sister or your mom?" And he goes, "No, this is my wife." And she was 13 years older than him. But you can completely tell the difference between a 20-year-old and a 36-year-old. Like, like I was like, you sure? Like, man, that's kind of weird. But anyway, those are the kind of flubs that get all the time. So this brings up to the point of what I'm trying to come across is when I worked at Mama Goldberg's, there was this girl that worked with us, and I can't remember her name, so that's good. And she worked with us her first week. Huge belly. Like, that would be the person that you would guess they're pregnant, and they would be pregnant.
Okay.
Well, she wasn't. She actually had a deficiency where she had water build up in her stomach, so it made her always look like she was like 9 weeks pregnant.
Okay.
9 weeks. No, months. That's not a lot of water.
Did you drink a bottle of water? You must be about 8 weeks pregnant.
But anyway, she has this huge gut, and the thing is, her first week on the job, and I was like, oh, wow, we hired a really pregnant lady. But then I found out, I asked her, I was like, so like, how long are you? Like first week on the job, because she looked 100% pregnant.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm not. I actually have a deficiency where the water is stored in my stomach, and I have to get surgery to get it out. But the surgery is like $3,000, and you work on Goldberg's, so that's like 6 months of work for part timers.
Right.
So anyway, so that is. It's not that it happened, and then nothing bad came of me. But for the next 6 months of working with her, every single customer that she got asked her the same question. And I was just like, every single day, they'd be like, oh man, when are you expecting? Because she'd like be ringing up people and she'd be like, I'm not pregnant. And then I just to see every customer's eyes every single time. Like, they're like, oh, how long are you? Oh, I'm actually not pregnant.
Just like straight
I'll
stone
take
face.
a turkey delight. And some
I'm so sorry.
nachos.
Dude, I bet tips were coming in like crazy.
Oh
though.
man. Oh, how much can make that go away? You don't have enough money, ma'am.
This is like the time when like you put the security camera like directly on them, on her, anytime she's at the register. Just
like,
make a compilation of
enhance.
everybody, just like
just like their O faces, like,
oh damn.
Man,
Yeah.
Are you sure? Just like. But anyway, yeah, I was just like, man, and that just happens like all the time, especially like even on like Instagram, like most of our friend group, or not friend group, but most of like our age group that we've been around for these years, most of the people our age are actually having kids now.
Yeah.
And then if they're not having kids, they're pregnant, and if they're
or they've had kids already.
Yeah, like almost I think almost most of the girls that I know have kids now.
Yeah.
The ones that don't have kids are like single. So
yeah.
But
the cliche, everybody's pregnant, everybody's having kids, but it's true, man.
Yeah.
But what's the correct thing to say to a pregnant woman? The correct thing to say is nothing.
Yeah. That's it. So if someone's pregnant, don't say anything until they talk about it.
Right.
Because then you can be like, oh yeah. I was like, man.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought you had water in your stomach or something. Oh, man. How many water bottles you drink today?
I've been holding that in since we met.
Oh, God. Anyway, so Carl is hanging out with us today. You can't see him on the camera, but like I shoot music videos for him for like new videos coming out, and he's been doing music with my friend Kevin, who recorded Channel 46 and Prismo. And I was telling him today, the Lonely Island, which obviously you're very well about him and all this. Yes. And how like back in like 11 years ago, that's like when their first album came out, Incredible Bad. And I was at Harry's house the other day with Tyler, and I put on Lonely Island videos and watched them. And we're watching that I'm on a boat video. Okay, which is
isn't that? Didn't they? Oh, well, you say I'm on a boat. I think of Step Brothers.
Yeah, no,
that's not in the music video. That's in the movie.
Yeah,
okay.
That's still a really good video.
I got you.
But as I'm watching this video, I'm thinking of, and I'm sorry that I always talk about videos, but like as I'm watching this video, like there's the full boat shots. There's T-Pain and then Lonely Island just kind of like hanging out, and it's them on like just hanging off the edge and stuff like that. And then at the end of the video, you see like one last scene, and it's the boat and it's them and it's a helicopter, and that's where it really comes in, the helicopter. So think about nowadays, would you need a helicopter to be able to shoot a video on a boat? And when you can literally just have a drone that gives a better visual, easier to operate. Just thinking about budgets back in the day, these people had to actually hire a person to fly a helicopter, then a guy to have a high def camera inside the helicopter to be able to do telephoto, to zoom into T-Pain and Andy Samberg and the other guy, and it's just crazy to me just watching this huge helicopter going around, and that's what's getting the footage versus
just like a little DJI.
Now I can put in a little Mavic Air, and it would look better, be more efficient, and I can just do way more stuff with it.
Yeah. Just the budget on stuff like that's probably through the roof too.
Yeah. Like and they have a song called Japan, by the way, where they talk about blowing all of Universal and Columbia Records money to go to Japan. And they're like, oh, the record label has to pay for it. So we went to Japan. And we went to, and then in the lyrics, they're writing about the most expensive stuff they can do because they have to pay for it for the video.
Right.
It's a pretty good video, by the way. And then also they have a song called We're Back, which is probably one of my favorite ones where they just talk about their...
It's pretty smart, too, because, I mean, yeah, if somebody else is footing the bill.
Yeah.
And, like, that's your whole gimmick is, like, comedy rap to just say stupid stuff. I mean, I'm sure they got away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and at the same time, like, it's airing on SNL, so like it's getting the views from SNL.
Mm-hmm.
And Lonely Island's like one of the first, which triple back to what we did last week about YouTube. They were one of the first big YouTube sensations when it comes to like comedy. Next, because Weird Al was before YouTube, really.
Yeah.
And then he made White Nerdy, which is his most like his biggest song, which is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's weird that a Chameleonaire song is the biggest parody that Will Al has ever done because of YouTube standards.
And you know, the Lonely Island, they weren't like huge, so it felt right at that time on YouTube. Like it was more commercial, but it didn't feel like, you know, we've got like Will Smith making YouTube videos these days.
Yeah.
And stuff like it didn't feel like that commercial. You know, they still felt genuine to the YouTube community, but they had like these high production
but they were
helicopters flying around yachts and
but
stuff.
They looked like YouTube videos because parody rap was like ridiculous. And the thing is, parody rap doesn't even exist anymore, really. I
thought Lil Dicky does parody rap.
No, Lil Dicky's just a comedian who writes.
Yeah.
He writes like even his song "Professional Rapper," like with Snoop Dogg. Like the lyrics are really like, he goes like, I'm not a comedy rapper. I just write about my day, or I'm talking about jerking off while eating pizza, watching Star Trek or something like that. He's doing out his day and people think it's funny. But it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like how comedians, you know how comedians don't really tell jokes? They really just like talk about their life, and life situations are funny. Like they'll throw in a couple like punchlines here and there, but most of the time I guess a good example of that, like at work all the time I say like, I'm like, I don't know why you're laughing. I'm not funny. Which is, there's nothing funny about that, but some people laugh at that just because they're like, you know, you're lying. You actually are funny by saying you're not funny is funny, which is a weird thing to do, but that's just kind of like how that works. Yeah. In like a sense of that. But also, yeah. When's the last comedy special
you keep saying like, too, you used to have this running thing where you would say something, you would find it like hilarious. And you're like, oh, I'm going to add that to my comedy special. Or I'm going to add that to my stand-up.
I still do that.
Whatever. Do you have like an actual list with like jokes on it or stuff?
No, that was, so I had, okay, Carl, I know you're not in the video, but you're going to hear this story along with it. But so every time I would tell a joke for the last decade, every time I would tell a joke, I would say it like, oh, man, that's funny. That's gonna go on my 2018 comedy special. But every year, like it's 2019, so if I say something funny, man, I gotta put that in my 2019 comedy special.
Yeah,
and it's not funny, but it would just be something I would do every couple jokes. I would do it throughout the year, just randomly splice in there.
Yeah,
and then whenever you hear it, you're like, God, it's so stupid, but
you did that for years. I
don't do it anymore.
No, this was like at the peak of like when...
It would have been 2014 when I lost all my weight and I stopped being funny.
Yeah, that's when you stopped writing jokes for your comedy special.
Yeah. When I lost all my weight.
That would have been one hell of a special too, man.
I got to start working out again, by the way.
I saw your tweet, man.
I'm not pregnant.
What are you... I've been dying to ask. I don't know, man.
I drank 2 bottles of water before the podcast, and it shows. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw your tweet. You're going to start doing, like, push-ups every day or something?
I'm going to start doing... Because I wasn't even, like... I started running and stuff when I was losing weight, but, like, the... just doing, like, 20 to 30 push-ups every day, doing 100 jumping jacks, and then doing just some sit-ups and squats, like, in my room with nothing was... enough to like give my body something. Like even Matt DeVelli, he was saying like literally, he says give yourself 30 minutes to an hour, which I guess is what schools have always said, to exercise and working out or something like that. To like, because for example, I walk like 5-6 days of I walk like 5 or 6 miles a day at work, but it's just like. It's like a casual walk. You know, how many times do you see people lose weight and all they do is walk?
Start brisk walking at work. Yeah.
You
Let's see that motivation.
You know my friend Alec, you remember how he walks on his like tippy toes? You know how like people that walk on the tippy toes usually have like huge like
calves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hops everywhere.
Yeah, so start doing that at work. We'll get you some moon boots.
Just start like how the girl joggers usually do this when they're power walking.
Yes.
Oh God.
Dude, all your customers be like, man, he's like fighting for employee of the month right there. That's employee of the month status.
Yeah, Mochi Podcast 22 is going to be in a sauna.
I know we do this every week, but I'm never the one who has to look at cameras. Will it notify me when the footage is done?
What is that?
Maybe 18 minutes.
18? It's usually like 25.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
Leave it in.
Yeah, this is never my job to do that, so...
So we were talking like in our group chat about like other podcasts and stuff that like we actually started listening to since doing the podcast, which is weird how that works. After you start doing something, you start listening to what other people are doing.
Well, you guys had the opposite effect as me because I primarily listen to podcasts, and then I'm like, well, shit, that's when I told you like let's do a podcast again because like I listened to we'll say 9 like. Actively, like every week I'm consuming an hour to 2 hours per, just like in my day-to-day whatever I'm doing, like driving here I'm listening to a podcast or editing I've got it playing in the background. So but no, it was really cool to see. So what podcast, I don't know, do we want to wait for Hayden?
No, I would say this is just what I was watching last night because Pierre McKinnon, which is one of my favorite YouTubers.
I saw him post that video, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're shooting with beautiful cameras, the best gear, switching camera. They have a guy that operates and switch between cameras, and their podcast still doesn't look that good because it's like their first podcast, and they're trying to like figure out the bugs. They sound good, by the way. But visually, like their cameras are going in and out of focus.
Yeah.
Where we usually do like manual focus. I forgot to put this video on manual focus, so our video might look.
Oh
really
my
bad.
God, are you serious?
Yeah. It's a.
Way to go, Tim Bob! Wow.
Anyway, whenever we turn the camera off, I'll switch it to manual so I don't sound like a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was like one of the big things with like their podcast is like they're like, yeah, I have struggles. I'm having like this kind of anxiety where like I want to do a podcast. Actually, I don't feel like doing a podcast, but once I get in the podcast, this is awesome. I want to keep doing this, and then they just talk for like an hour and a half. But I haven't heard their full podcast. I don't think they put it out yet. But as I was doing that, I have a suggestion, and it was for Ryan Higgis. He has his Off the Pill podcast, which
they just started that too.
Yeah, first episode came out, and like I watched it all last night while I was editing videos because that's what I do now. Is I listen to podcasts or music or watch YouTube videos while I'm editing people's music videos because there's only so many times that I can listen to the same song over and over and over.
Right.
Luckily for his video, I didn't have to even listen to the song because all I had to do was make it look like a movie. And so it wasn't that bad. But sometimes, shout out to C Money, but hearing Money talk like 120 times, you're like, man. That's why I know the lyrics to every single person's song I ever do music for. I do video for it because I have to listen to the song over.
Same thing with the podcast because we go through and we bleep cuss words and stuff, and then editing in little effects and funny stuff. It's like by the time that the podcast is done and exported and sent to upload, I don't go back and listen to it. Like once it's online,
because you already know.
Yeah, everybody else can have at it. So, and that was kind of the thing too. I sent out a group text back before the beginning of the year saying, "Hey, we're gonna do a best of episode," and I couldn't bring myself to go back and re-listen to all the episodes to pull out funny stuff.
Yeah, because it's just so much work. So much work.
All right, I'm tired of looking paranoid? At this. Yeah, I'm tired of looking at this damn camera. What the hell is that?
A conversation piece. I'm gonna try it too.
Let me see. Can I see what it is?
Yeah. I had no clue what we were talking about.
We were talking about listening to podcasts, and
Cool.
it doesn't matter anymore. Now we're talking about Moxie.
So
Moxie Original Elixir.
So she's been like, babe, we gotta go to Crackle Barrel.
You gotta go where?
To Crackle Barrel.
You gotta go where?
To Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, baby, let's go to Crackle Barrel. Take my date down to Cracker Barrel.
Give me some.
The Cracker Barrel.
But she was like, yeah, let's go get.
Come on!
Give me the Moxie. But anyway,
what is Moxie, Tim?
So Moxie is a elixir from 1884.
What's an elixir, Tim? What is an elixir?
It's soda water. It's soda. That's literally.
Is it soda?
Yeah, this is a soda.
So it tastes like orange? Is that why the bottle's orange?
I don't know. I'm about to.
Let's see this. Let's see this.
You want to pop it open in the mic?
Nah, I'll let you.
You can take a sip. I'll take a sip after. Take a sip, Zach. I want you
to see.
I want you to taste it. We'll do a review.
I'll taste it, but is it a twist top or pop top?
Yeah, it just pops.
That doesn't answer me.
Dude, twist it.
Twist or a pop? Yeah, it pops.
It does one of them. Oh my God! Look at this little baby hand right here.
Stop, Tim.
We all know I have the baby hands.
Do you have baby hands? Yeah, you got fucking baby hands.
Fuck, he makes fun of me every day. He walked in and called me a hobbit.
Okay, this
like
it smells like a suicide. Like when you walk into a fast food restaurant and then you go to the soda machine and you just put
it's
just everything in the same cup.
It smells like toothpaste.
Smell that.
It smells like. Is it root beer?
Is it root beer?
Damn it! I hate root beer.
I do not like root beer.
I'm gonna drink it anyway. I'll give it to Sarah if I have to. If it's cream soda, I love cream soda.
Whoa. That is. I don't know what that is. That is not root beer. Is it root beer?
It's root beer.
Is it? Well, hot damn. Maybe I like root beer.
Ooh.
You
taste that aftertaste?
Is it like a strong, like pungent?
Bro.
I don't know if that's just my mouthwash.
Please try this. Please try this, dude. That, oh my God, dude. That aftertaste? That's some shit right there.
Well, the cap top says it's distinctively different.
Yeah, it tastes like
mouthwash.
Yeah.
But I just had I brushed my teeth before I came over here, so. Okay, well.
Oh, 30. I don't know if I should even waste my 37 grams of sugar mouthwash on.
So you take your lady. You say, "Come on now, we're going down to the Cracker Barrel."
Okay.
And then you walk in. Walk me through. You see this, and you just I don't know what it is.
Well, first of all, we go get breakfast. We go there for breakfast, and we have breakfast. And breakfast was good. She got
me, mom, and papa.
She got
eating breakfast.
Lemon. Okay, let me get this southern in my voice real quick. So, Sarah likes she likes blueberry anything, blueberry pie, blueberry muffins,
blueberry grits,
blueberry pancakes. So she got some blueberry pancakes, and part of the price of the blueberry pancakes is they bring out a little blueberry jar, and that little blueberry jar is a little jam that you can just spread right over there with all the butter. And Sarah ate one pancake out of the 3 because she a little girl. And then I just got biscuits and gravy.
Okay, so walk me through you buying this bottle.
So Sarah likes to always look at knickknacks, and she likes to look at stuff whenever we go in the stores just to see what she could get. So we're going through all this stuff, looking at all this junk that Crackle Barrel sells. I'm going to keep saying it now. So just looking at all this, it's full of junk. It's a gift shop pretty much, and then it's a restaurant.
Right.
And then we get to the sodas. There's like a big line of sodas that are just they're just like this. They mouthwash. So anyway, we bought 4 because Sarah likes root beer, so she bought 2 root beer, and I bought this one based on the logo, and I bought like a black cherry.
Okay.
Black cherry was pretty good, and then she said both her root beers were pretty good. This is absolute ass though. This
So
is
Sarah,
not good.
so this is the only one that you've got. So Sarah hasn't tried one of these yet.
No, so I want her to try it. Hey, Sarah. See if
It says Best Buy 7/27/20. Oh, 2020.
yes.
Okay.
But it was made in 1884. But anyway, so this is the last drink that we did, but we just went in there
How much was
to
it?
try 'em. How much were they?
Yeah.
We got a 4-pack, and a 4-pack. You can make your own 4-pack, by the way. And Crackleberry gives you a little hang bag to put 4 drinks in, by the way. And a 4-pack was $5.
Okay.
So not bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, no, that was bad. Don't buy that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably just use it to clean my toilet.
Yeah, you could do that.
God, I wish Sarah would come in here. I guess I'm just gonna leave it here. So this is gonna be here for the rest of the podcast. And yeah,
They're on display.
Did you see my new flag, by the way?
No, I came straight in here as soon as I got here.
So did you see the text message of it though? Right?
Did you see the text message of it? I posted in the group chat, Tim. You haven't been in the group chat all day.
No, because I've been hanging out with him.
All right, well,
I've been smacking him. And
yeah, no,
and
I commented
Smash.
on your new flag.
What'd you say?
Yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the whole conversation take place.
Yeah, there's a reason why I didn't do that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, fuck you. I hate you. Look at that. He sent the picture of that because I didn't put it to the
look
regular.
at it. It's got hoops to be hung up on the wall.
Yeah, but you'll see why if I did it that way.
Okay. Sure.
So anyway, Zach will put it in the video podcast format, but for the audio listeners, there's the little holes for you to hang a flag, and then I just said screw that, and I pinned them to the left and right on the very top because
through the fabric.
Yeah, to make it so that it's tight.
But it's not tight. It's droopy in the middle.
Because it's always going to be droopy. That's just how the flag was made.
It's not.
God, I can't believe how big it is, dude. It's the whole wall almost.
It is. Yeah, it looked pretty big from the picture.
I'm gonna put it actually behind the. I'm gonna actually move it from that wall and put it right there behind the TV. I think that'd be the better place.
That'd be cool. I don't know what it looks like yet, but no, that'd be sweet.
For $35. Shout out to Uncivil, by the way. Uncivil Illustrations on Instagram. He makes really dope like anime T-shirts and flags and all that kind of stuff. And he creates like his own stuff. So it's really awesome, actually.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So is that licensed through? It's a Fooly Cooly flag.
Mm-hmm. That's not licensed at all. That boy just makes stuff.
Okay.
Maybe don't shout out him.
Yeah, well,
But,
too late.
yeah, I guess. I mean, people make money. I mean, bringing up a good topic with that, with like you know how Wu-Tang is like pissed that like they make no money from almost all their merch.
How?
Because
it's just all bootleg.
Yeah, well, yeah, everyone can make just a. I'm gonna take another sip of this.
So could you say the same about what are the other like stupidly popular Wu-Tang, and there's another one, another band,
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No,
Nirvana.
That's the one.
Yeah, like there's no way they're making money. Like they don't make money off that licensed stuff. Like if you go into like
you're just too big. You can't control it. Like all these little shops and stuff, like at the mall.
Well, they're
or
like
something.
at Walmart and stuff though. Like Walmart and them, like Kohl's,
I'm sure Walmart
Target.
licensed some of that stuff though.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone owns the right to the Wu-Tang name because like
Wu-Tang,
yeah,
the band, they own the right to the name.
The band.
Yeah, the band. The boy band, you know? Wu-Tang and the gang.
Yeah. They ain't nothing to mess with. I like make it PG.
But yeah, I don't know. I think you get to a certain point you're too big. You can't. Oh, we Tim and I had a pretty good weekend.
Do you want to talk about that or you want to wait until Hayden gets back?
No, Hayden decided no.
Okay.
No.
Well, so for people, I am going to edit this video. I have to edit 2 more music videos, and then I'm going to edit this video for Zach. We went to see Zach's Idol, and definitely not your favorite artist, but your favorite person.
Yeah. Biggest influence, I'd say.
Yeah, Big Chocolate.
Big
Cameron Argon, whatever his name is.
Yeah, no, you got it.
It's Argon?
See, how do you get that, but you don't know
Crackle Barrel?
You don't know Crackle Barrel, the slogan to our own podcast.
I don't know. Who knows?
And you even knew, doesn't even matter. But yes, we went and saw Cameron the other night at what I originally thought was going to be this sketchy venue of all sketchy venues ever. And then turns out it's in the sketchy part of town, sketchy parking lot, sketchy building on the outside.
And it just big Wing-A-Fish style font says Woody's, and you're like, what?
Woody's, that's what. Yeah.
What could this be? And then on the left of it says the Yellow Flower, which is a Latino dance bar, and on the right side is a dubstep bar.
They classified online as a dubstep bar, and Tim and I, being ones who don't necessarily indulge in dubstep, had no idea what to expect out of this venue. But it was awesome. It was crazy cool.
Yeah, they had pool tables, which is what I wanted to do. And then
free pool, cheap beer, and then it was just laid out like. How'd you even describe the inside of this building?
It's like
a huge dance floor.
Think of any 70s, 80s movie where they go into a club.
Like a disco.
And it's like smoke everywhere. Everyone's smoking. Everyone's drinking.
Neon lights everywhere. Disco balls. There's like an actual DJ booth like up above the dance floor.
My big thing was like the music was bumping the whole entire night, and it was nice and loud, and my ears did not ring.
God, that scared me.
My ears did not ring one time from that night. I was like, it was
true.
like
I didn't think about that.
Like, how many times do you go to like a concert or a venue? Definitely would. I don't know if it's just because it's bass versus like.
I think hardcore musicians just they're like, it's got to be 100% or we're not playing.
Yeah.
As where this was more like bass and. I mean, not even like trance music, I guess. Rave, trap, dubstep, I guess. But there was a lot of artists on the list that I didn't know who it was. Sarah ended up going with us, which was a surprise. I figured she'd walk in and be like, "Yep, I'm going home," and then leave immediately. But she didn't. She hung it out for a little bit. But the music was good. Great time. I got to meet Cam.
Give him a book.
Oh, yeah, I got to give him a book, which I was super paranoid about, that he was just going to look at me like a freaking idiot. Like, thanks, man. Thanks for this book.
Post a picture of you with him, by the way. But my favorite thing is Zach was like 5 beers deep. He was a little toasty. And Big Chocolate didn't start playing until about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, yeah, so let's preface this, too. The doors opened at 9. So we got there...
At 9:45.
Yeah.
And we were there till I was there till 12:30 with Sarah.
Yes,
where Big Chocolate.
We're just playing pool. You know, it's all the openers. They're just playing. I mean, good music, but not like.
Yeah,
it's not while we were there.
But like it gets to 12:30, and then Sarah's getting sleepy, so I take Sarah home, and then right as I leave, they announced that the guy right before Big Chocolate was about to play. Mm-hmm. So I had like an hour and a half, definitely.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I took Sarah home, and then I came back.
Yeah.
And he still was playing a couple songs, and then it was Big Chocolate starting to came in.
Yeah. So then, like you said, at this point it's about 1:30, pushing 2 a.m. Because I did not get home until after 4:30.
Yeah.
Because I was making ramen at 5 o'clock in the morning after you dropped me off. So yes, Big Chocolate didn't start playing till like 2. I'm a little bit toasty. I'm feeling it. And dance the night away, baby.
Oh, yeah. And you'll see it, too, when I edit this video of Zach just dancing. It's pretty magical. I called it, there's a Young Lean song called Hennessy and Sailor Moon. And I called this one Budweiser and Big Chocolate.
Budweiser and Big Chocolate.
Can we name that the name of the episode? Budweiser and Big Chocolate. It's pretty good.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, it was just so awesome. Like, it's so awesome to see someone meet someone they like are really influenced by. And
it was nerve wracking.
Which
really,
this thing that sucks
nervous.
for me is I'll never meet.
We talked about that, like going up there.
The three people. Like, I might meet Kanye one day, but like MF Doom, he's just in some hut somewhere in a cave in Britain, and Max passed away, And who's the other one? And Max Bemis. I want to meet Max Bemis really bad. I think that would be cool. But he's busy with his family, so that'd be really awkward. It would literally be brief, like the big chocolate thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a brief interaction. I didn't know how long you were going to be willing to stick it out, knowing that Big Chocolate was going to be last, and knowing that he wasn't going to start playing until like 2 a.m. And so I saw him walk in. He arrived at the venue a little bit late. And I was like, I know for sure, 100%, I want to give him this book. And I was like, kind of nervous, like, I don't want to give it to him like before he goes on and plays, because then he's like, what am I going to do with this?
But it was actually better that you did it that
What
way.
am I going to do with this damn book? And then part of me was like, I don't want to give it to him. And he like sets it down and then plays the set, just dumb stuff. So I kept drinking, and finally I'm like, dude, screw it. I'm going to give him this book, man. And he was sitting up in the VIP section. I walked over there, and he was super friendly, shook my hand, gave me a big old hug. I gave him the book, and he was just like, dude. And so did that, and then I'm like, man, after I gave him the book, I was like, I should have got a picture with him. Like, I super regret that I didn't ask him for a picture. And so by this time, it's too late. He starts playing, and he's playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. So about 4 a.m. rolls around. I can tell Tim's getting ready to leave. I'm getting, I've had enough to drink. I'm ready to go home too. And Tim's like, all right, man, you ready? And I'm like, I am, but I really want to see if I can get a picture with him. And so I was worried you were going to be like, come on, man, let's go. Let's bail. But you didn't. You stuck it out. Tim was my DD, and he's like, no, dude, you want a picture? You'll get a picture. So we did. We stayed till like 4:30. Cam came down. As soon as he came down, my eyes were on him. I'm like...
Yeah, and the cool thing was he came down out of the DJ booth with the book only in his hand.
Oh, yeah. He didn't have like any of his equipment with him or his computer or anything. And he came down. We talked for just a second. We got a picture, and he said he appreciated the book. And then...
Yeah, I took 4 photos of them. I got some really dope videos of Big Chocolate too. I haven't even sent them to him yet.
Yeah, dump them on my hard drive because I emailed them to myself when we drove back, but they're potato quality.
What, the photos?
The videos.
The videos? Oh. You want to just wait until I do my video?
I mean, yeah, but I want the raw ones just to have.
Oh, you freak.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great night. So yeah, that was cool. And it was cool.
Well.
Fun night.
Are we doing a sponsor this week?
This episode of the Mochi Podcast is brought to you by Tim Bob. Why don't you tell the people
about Pocket Cast?
About Pocket Cast, Tim Holder.
So Pocket Cast, I don't have the thing in front of me, but
I'm looking it up. Just riff a minute, son.
Okay. So Pocket Cast is one of the best podcasting apps, and what most of us actually use to listen to podcasts on the daily.
That is true.
And Podcast even has the ability to look up keywords like Big Chocolate or Budweiser, and you can find
any podcast talking about this. You can find
every podcast ever existing with Pocket Cast.
That's right. And they also have over half a million podcasts to choose from too.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Wow.
Dead serious. And because you can do the advanced episode search, you can find episodes tailored specifically to your interest.
Yeah.
You can the Pocket Cast is so good that it was rated one of the best podcasting apps for Apple users by Wired Magazine.
I'm not surprised.
By the Bloids, man. They're up
Bloids.
in the tabs. Find them on the front page.
Oh, yeah.
So make the switch like we did. Download it today from the Apple App Store, from the Google Play Store, or on the web at pocketcast.com. That is Pocket
CASTS.com.
Thank you, Pocket Cast, for the continued support of the Mochi Podcast. All of our listeners know, we know, that you know that this is the end of the podcast.
Yeah. And then to end the podcast like we always do, Zach, just tell the beautiful people where to find us in a brief. You have 30 seconds. Go.
iTunes, Spotify, Google, mochipodcast.com, YouTube, Twitter at Mochi Podcast.
Hit that bell. 5 stars on Apple. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
jokes aside, thanks everyone for listening to the Mochi Mochi podcast. I've been your host, Tim, and next to me has been my host, Zach. Next week, we will have Hayden, and we're going to try a couple different things with the video podcast. Audio podcast will always be beautiful and perfect like it always is.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you again for subscribing and watching and listening to the podcast every week. And thank you, Carl, for being in the corner this week, even though no one knows you or talks or can hear you.
But he's there.
But he's there. Say something really loud.
You're welcome.
There you go. You're welcome. Y'all have a great.
Oh, yeah, we love Tim.
We love Tim. Yeah, we have